Hello and welcome to another weekly update. So first up, let's quickly go over mobile. Runescape is now going to be going live on iOS and Android Thursday, June 17th. There is still time to pre-register for those rewards, so if you're interested in that, make sure you do it before the deadline.
And now for the bulk of this update, there's actually a lot of familiar improvements that the Ninja team worked on. If you didn't already notice when you last summoned your familiar, you'll see that there's a whole new layout with new button designs. And some behaviors of familiars are going to be different as well. So familiars that would previously not attack, like bunyips or unicorns, now they will actually attack if you order them to. There's also a big improvement with auto-firing scrolls, and it's a lot easier to actually change it now. There's a new button specifically designated to it, so you don't have to click on that tiny little ability bar anymore. Before, I'm sure a lot of people didn't even know you could do this kind of thing, so it's nice that there's an actual button so you can see what you can do.
Also with your legendary pet, if you have the Beast of Burden ability activated, all you have to do is click on the summoning pouch that you want to summon and it'll be activated automatically. You no longer need to use the pouch on the pet. And familiar durations have been changed to go by 16-minute increments. That means all familiars are going to be 16, 32, 48, or 64 minutes long. The Anachronia summoning totem will also boost your familiar's duration by a neat 16 minutes instead of the original 10%.
Another really useful change is how familiar scrolls are actually going to be changed to match the familiar that it belongs to. So for example, for Ripper Demons, the Death from Above scroll is now going to be changed to Ripper Demon scroll Death from Above. This is going to make it a lot easier to know what scroll you need for whatever familiar you're using.
When I first got into PVM trying to find the scrolls that I needed, it was very difficult, so I would have loved to see this back then. It's nice that it's in the game now though.
And another thing that I really love is that when a familiar despawns with scrolls inside of it, it'll be sent to your backpack like before, but if your backpack is full, instead of being dropped, it'll actually now be sent to your bank. It's worth noting that if your bank is full, those scrolls will be dropped, but it's really nice knowing that they'll actually be sent to your bank as a priority, because I know I've definitely lost a lot of scrolls by not noticing that my backpack was full and they dropped on the ground.
There's really no reason why it should be dropped on the floor, because theoretically you'd have a placeholder there from when you withdrawed it from your bank in the first place.
And all of these familiar updates are also going to apply to the Dungeoneering and Stealing Creation familiars.
There are quite a few familiar buttons that can now be dragged onto your action bar. These are the Give the Beast of Burden, Take from Beast of Burden, Dismiss Familiar, Call Familiar, Use Scroll, Attack, and Renew. This is going to be very good if you're trying to PVM or skill, because now you can set them to keybinds instead of clicking them with your mouse manually.
There are a lot of other tiny details that were changed with familiars, so if you want to see everything that was changed, go for the link in the description. Aside from that, there's some news for Battle of the Monolith. This week marks the last part of the mini quest. We do have a guide for that part up on the channel, so go take a look at that if you need it. Even though this is the last part of the quest, there will be an epilogue coming out next week, and this is meant to set the scene of what's coming up next.
Also, next Monday on June 21st, a new quest called City of Setestin is coming out. The requirements, as we said in an earlier video, are going to be 75 Slayer, 74 Archaeology, and 74 Magic. You will have needed to complete Alessandra's quest and the Battle of the Monolith.
And we've known before that Jagex has been working on the new character rework, and we've recently seen a new part of that. There's been a new update to the character lighting as part of the first steps of this rework. So the lighting is meant to have, now it's going to have better looking graphics and more natural lighting with better reflections across all of the surfaces.
Personally, the lighting does look pretty nice. It was easily noticeable right when I logged into the game on that day.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see what the next steps are for this rework.
And finally, last but not least, there have been some engine improvements. They fixed a ton of bugs that caused crashes as well as visual errors. So hopefully the world will be a little bit less buggy from now on. If you want to see the whole list of what they fixed, then you can go ahead and check the link in the description.
And that's going to be all for this week. If you found this video helpful, it'd be great if you gave it a like and subscribe for more. Thanks to our patrons for your support, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye!
Bye!